Hello there, and welcome to Her Money Mindset, the podcast where we talk about all things money, mindset, and how our relationship with finances shapes our lives. I'm Courtney Schwangler, and I am so excited to have you here. This podcast is for women who want to take control of their financial futures, transform the way they think about money, and finally break free from any limiting beliefs or fears surrounding their finances. Whether you're just starting out on your money journey, you're looking to build wealth, or you want to get clear on your financial goals, this show is for you. Here on Her Money Mindset, we're diving deep into topics like budgeting, saving, investing, and everything in between. But we're not just talking numbers and strategies. We're digging into the real reasons why so many of us struggle with money in the first place. Our mindset around money plays a huge role in how we handle it, and it's about time we got real with it. I'll be sharing tips and tools to help you feel more confident in your financial decisions, but we'll also be exploring how your personal history, upbringing, and past experiences with money can influence how you manage it today. It's time to heal that relationship with money and make it work for you. So, if you're ready to shift your mindset, build the life you deserve, and start making your money work for you, then you're in the right place. I cannot wait to take this journey with you. I would also love to invite you to join Her Money Club, my community for women wanting to work on their finances, feel less alone, and be held accountable. Inside Her Money Club, we have a different money theme each month, savings and no-spend trackers related to the money theme, weekly money accountability check-ins, exclusive podcast episodes, group coaching calls, a community forum to chat and ask and answer questions, and more. If you are finally ready to give your money the attention it needs, Her Money Club is the place for you to be. And as an exclusive thank you for my podcast listeners, use code HMMPodcast for 50% off your first 2 months in Her Money Club. That is less than $2 a week to start getting serious with your money. Or if you make a product purchase, which is including my coaching or a self-guided tool like my new debt payoff tracker, you get lifetime free access to Her Money Club. I'm letting the first 25 women take advantage of this opportunity, and there are only 6 spots left at the time I'm recording this episode, so go quick. As an additional thank you to my loyal podcast listeners, if you use code THANKYOU25 on any product in the self-guided tools section, you'll get 25% off your product and the free invitation into Her Money Club. I'll have the link for you to sign up today in the show notes, and I cannot wait to see you there. If you know that you want help with your money and money habits, but you want something faster than self-paced work, more personalized, and someone to directly hold you accountable, sign up for private one-on-one coaching with me. I'll have the link in the show notes for you. You can do a one-time one-on-one coaching call to answer your budgeting basics, get your budget set up, and get you on your way. Or you can do my 12-week private coaching program for more accountability, structure, and motivation. Spots are limited, so sign up today for a free consultation call. And don't forget, I am doing a giveaway for my podcast listeners that leave a review. So all you have to do is leave a review for the podcast and include your Instagram handle in the review, and you'll be entered to win a free coaching call and a little bonus on top of that. That is over a $100 value, you guys. At the end of July, I'll announce the winner on the podcast as well as in a DM to you. Now, let's dive into this episode. What to do with a pay raise, and how to avoid lifestyle creep. So, hey guys, thank you so much for being here. And for me, July is raise month for me. So, usually we just get our COLA in July, but my work actually just did a wage study to see if what we are making is comparable to other places that are similar in the area. And the wage study resulted in we were not making enough money to be comparable. So we got a wage study increase as well as a cost of living increase, otherwise known as a COLA. So I thought this would be a great time to do a podcast episode on what to do when you get a raise and how to avoid spending it all before you even know it. So if you've ever gotten a raise and still felt like you were barely getting ahead, let's talk about how to stop letting that money disappear and actually use it to create freedom, which is all about our theme for the month of July. So we're going to talk about practical tips, we're going to talk about mindset work, and we're going to give you real examples. So, first things first, if you get a raise, let me just tell you, if you are not celebrating the fact that you got a raise, we've got a problem. You need to normalize celebrating your success. This is a big deal. You got a raise. That is amazing. Women so often, they downplay their success, but they especially downplay their financial success. So, for me, let me tell you guys. So in May, yes, it was in May. In May, I received a promotion at my work and I got a 7% increase in May. And in July, I'm getting a 7.5% increase from the wage study and from the COLA. So that gives me a total of, let's see, that's like what, 14.5%? That is just crazy. That is so exciting. And this gives us a lot more opportunities for my family. So celebrate that. Do not downplay your financial success because other people want to make you feel small. Let me say that again. Do not downplay your financial success because other people want to make you feel small. Other people might be jealous that you make more money than them. That's okay. What's not okay is them downplaying your financial success, and what's not okay is you downplaying your financial success. So, remember, you are important and your success is amazing. This is a big deal. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to recognize that this raise is not just more spending power. This raise is progress towards your financial freedom. So, we are going to celebrate in a healthy way because even though I told you to celebrate, trust me, I am not saying go blow your entire raise on a handbag, okay? What I am saying is get yourself a $20 treat. Go out to dinner with either you or a friend or your spouse. Treat yourself to a pedicure or a manicure, whatever floats your boat. Give yourself something small, like say less than $100, to celebrate this win. This is a big deal, like I have been saying. So we're going to celebrate in a healthy way. And now let's talk about lifestyle creep. So, what is lifestyle creep? I'm sure you've heard it before. I'm sure people have talked about it, and maybe you've even experienced it because I know I have. So, lifestyle creep is the gradual increase in spending as your income rises. So, this can look like suddenly eating out more often. This can be upgrading your phone, your wardrobe, or your car. This can be thinking of a raise as a green light to spend more instead of save more. So, what are the root causes of that? This can be emotional exhaustion. This can be feeling like you deserve it after all of the struggle that you've been through. Or this could be you're trying to look successful instead of being financially secure. So let's go through our game plan. So you get a pay raise, you're going to come back to this podcast and you're going to say, all right, this is my game plan for my raise. So you are going to stop everything, hold up, don't make any plans. What you're going to do is you are going to get clear on your raise amount. So if your raise adds up to $300 a month after taxes, this is your new working number. So you're going to update your budget. You're going to give that $300 a new purpose. Now remember, we need to be smart about this and we need to look at what our financial priorities are. So if you have debt and you have savings goals that you need to meet, guess what? Your raise is going towards that debt and it's going towards those savings goals. So plug this money into a category before your lifestyle takes over. Before your brain says, oh, well, I just got that raise and now I have an extra $300 a month. So I can get a manicure and pedicure every 2 weeks, or I can spend an extra $200 a month on eating out just because I got that raise. No, you need to, before you even think about spending that money, you need to put this where it belongs. So for me, What I did is step number 3. And what that is increase your automatic savings. So with my raise in July, it is going to be 7.5%. I increased my automatic savings contributions to my high yield savings account, which is SoFi. I increased that to 5 more percent. So my raise is 7.5% in July. I increased my contributions to my savings account by 5%. Now that leaves me with 2.5%, which is going to go towards step 4. Step 4 is adding extra towards debt payoff or investing. So we also got an increase to our 401k match. So we used to have just 2% towards our 401k match, and now we have 4. So can you guess where that extra 2% is going to go? That extra 2% is going to go towards me matching my employer's match. Because if you are not matching your employer's match, you are missing free money. Just like when you don't have a high yield savings account, you're missing free money. So that's 7%. And then I'm just going to let that other 0.5%, that's just going to go right into my checking account, and we're just going to use it as we see fit. So when you're increasing your automatic savings, this could be your emergency fund. If you have a fully funded emergency fund, maybe you put it towards your vacation sinking fund. Maybe you put it towards your car repair fund, or maybe your new car fund, whatever you want. Then adding some extra towards debt payoff. So even $50 a month, that makes a huge difference over time, you guys. So then when you're investing, also compound interest is just amazing. The sooner you can get into investing, the better off you're going to be in the long run because of compound interest. So whatever you guys decide to do, whether it's you, your partner, your spouse, whoever you do your money with, sit down, talk about it, and say, hey, this is the raise that I got. Let's celebrate it. After we celebrate it, let's sit down again and let's say, hey, this is what I'm thinking on how to break up this money. I'm thinking we're going to put this much towards our savings. I'm thinking we're going to put this much towards debt payoff. And I'm thinking we're going to put this much towards investing. What are your thoughts? And if you're just doing money on your own, ask yourself, what are my financial priorities right now? What is important to me right now? So then let's have a fun cap. So maybe you got a really, really big raise. Maybe you got like a 20% raise. Maybe you changed jobs, or maybe you got a really big promotion and you got like a 25% raise. So if you have enough wiggle room in your raise and you want to add a fun cap, do that. So if you got a big raise and you want to take 5% or 7% or 8% or 10% of that raise, depending on how much your raise was, and whether or not you have a fully funded emergency fund, and whether or not you are debt free, it's okay to take that and to put it towards small lifestyle upgrades. So if you really want to start getting pedicures once a month and you have the wiggle room to do that with this raise after your priorities have been taken care of, do it. If you really, really want a house cleaner and your emergency fund is full, you have no debt, or you're working on your debt, you're working on your emergency fund, and you feel comfortable with where you're at in those areas, and you feel comfortable with putting money towards a house cleaner, you can do that. I am never going to tell you that you can't do something. I'll give you advice. I'll tell you, yeah, I probably don't think that's the best idea. I don't think you should be spending your money on that. I'm not going to tell you you can't or that you won't, because personal spending is personal. Your money mindset is your money mindset. I'll give you advice all day long on this podcast, and I'll give you advice all day long when we are coaching. But at the end of the day, it comes down to you and the decisions that you make and what's important to you and what's not important to you. So then you can also create, so if you've got still some wiggle room, you can create a goal-based bucket. So you can do your dream savings, your freedom fund, your house down payment, your remodel my house down payment, your new car fund, your I want a boat fund, or I want to go to, I don't know, my husband, for example, my husband and I, when we retire, we want to go on a year-long cruise around the world. So maybe we'll put that 0.5% of my raise towards that. Whatever. It's up to you. And that is the whole freedom part, right? You have the freedom to choose what you're going to do with this money. So let's talk about how to protect yourself from lifestyle creep. So what's really important is you need to have awareness. So you need to track your spending regularly. So in my budgeting template, you get an expense tracker for every single month. And I really recommend that you do an expense audit fairly often. I would do it if you know that you're kind of struggling, I would do it every 3 months. If you are kind of more experienced on your budgeting and you just kind of want to check in with your money, I would do it about every 5 to 6 months. That way, you are continuously aware of where your money is going, if you're overspending in any categories. And I still do expense audits. So, this is something that is good to do regularly because it brings you that awareness. Then, another thing to do to protect yourself from lifestyle creep is a social pressure check. So, are you spending for you or are you spending to look cool for other people? Are you spending to look successful to your friends or your parents? Are you spending because you don't want to have to say no? Why are you spending? Are you spending for you or for someone else? Now, let's do delayed upgrades. So you've got that raise and you really, really want to spend that money and you want to spend it now. What we're going to do before we do major lifestyle purchases is we are going to wait 30 to 60 days. That way we can make intentional decisions. Another thing that's really important to do is we are going to practice our money mindset. So this means we're going to practice an attitude of gratitude, you guys. And remember, like I always say, this is never going to be a Her Money Mindset episode if we don't talk about how important money mindset is. Being grounded in what you have and being grateful for what you have while still striving for more. It's always okay to strive for more, but we need to be grateful with where we are and what we have because that stops the comparison cycle. That stops the toxic mindset of, oh, well, she has this and I don't. No, no, no. You need to be grateful for where you are. You need to be grateful for what you have. You need to be grateful for the roof over your head while still acknowledging that you have goals, that you want a bigger roof over your head. And that's okay. But you're still grateful for the one that you have now. Then review your budget monthly. So every time you're setting up your new budget at the beginning of the month or you're doing your money check-in at the end of the month, ask yourself, are the choices that I plan on making this month or are the choices that I made this month, are they aligned with my long-term goals? And if they're not, sit down, figure out what needs to change and what you can do to get there. If you need some more help, if you're kind of stuck on this, that's totally okay. Do a one-on-one coaching call with me or sign up for private coaching and we can work through that. Then let's talk about more mindset shifts because this is so important. Remember that more money does not fix your poor habits. Your clarity and your values do. I'm sure you've heard the saying, mo money, mo problems. More money, more problems, right? Because more money does not fix your poor habits. You have to fix your poor habits. And remember, you're allowed to enjoy your money without sabotaging your progress. A raise is a resource, not a reward to burn through. Use it to build stability, options, and future freedom. And remember, it's okay not to upgrade your life every single time your income goes up. And there you have it. Whether you just got a raise or you're planning ahead for your next one, I hope this episode gave you some practical tools and mindset shifts to avoid lifestyle creep and actually use that raise to change your life. Remember, it's not about deprivation. This is about alignment. Every extra dollar you earn is a tool to help you build the future that you want. So, before the lifestyle upgrades sneak in, ask yourself, is this purchase helping me create lifestyle upgrades? Or is this purchase helping me create more freedom or more pressure? So is this purchase going towards lifestyle upgrades and it's putting more pressure on me? And at the end of the day, this really isn't going to make me feel good. Or is this going towards more freedom, more options, more gratitude? I would like you to think about that. So just take some time. If you want to write it down on your phone or if you want to journal about that, just take the time to think about what you want for your future. And if you're ready to take your budgeting and your financial growth even further, I've got a few exciting things for you. So, first, grab that 1 month expense audit that I talked about. This is completely free. Or you can grab the Budgeting Basics bundle, which is packed with tools to help you stay on top of your spending and build financial clarity. Second, if you're looking for community and ongoing accountability, Her Money Club is where we do this work together. Now remember, there are only 6 free founding member spots left. And you can grab one when you purchase any product in my stand store, which I will have linked in the bio or in the show notes for you. Once these spots are gone, this becomes a paid membership, which is $12 a month, so don't wait. And third, if you are craving deeper support, I offer private coaching and free consultations to help you map out your personal finance strategy. Whether it's budgeting, debt payoff, or money mindset, we will create a plan tailored to you. You'll find all these links in the show notes. And if this episode helps you today, please take a minute to leave a review on your podcast app and leave your Instagram handle to be entered into my giveaway. Your feedback truly helps this show grow and is an amazing way to share if my content has been helpful for you. Now remember, you've got this. I am so proud of you, and I will talk to you on Friday.